Okay, welcome to lab number 10 of AI-102. This is the second OpenAI or GenAI lab. And we're here in our Azure environment. We are using a OpenAI resource, and in it we have deployed a GPT-35 turbo model. Doesn't really matter much which version exactly. And we're currently here in Azure AI Foundry and in its chat playground. And you can see here on the left-hand side, we have a deployment selector. And then we have the possibility to enter a system message as well as parameters down here. And then on the right-hand side, we have the actual chat interface. So the default message is for some reason not here. So let's add that. It should be you are an AI assistant that helps people find information. Whenever we change the system message, we have to apply the changes. And it's complaining that that means that there's going to be a chat reset. Okay, but then we are supposed to write a query here, given in the instructions. What kind of article is this? Severe drought, likely in California. Blah, 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 blah. Remarkable indication of drought severity. Much remains to be determined, and so on. And to no surprise, it's telling us that this appears to be a news article about the severe drought in California. Now, to underline the importance of the system message, let's update it to be more specific. Let's ask our model to be a news aggregator that categorizes news articles. Okay. And then let's add some examples. It's down here at that section. Examples. So if the user asks this kind of question, what kind of article is this? New York baseballers win a week against Chicago, blah, 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 blah. Then the assistant should reply with sports. Then we can add another example. User says categorize this article, joyous moments at the Oscars. And the assistant should say entertainment. So we've given quite good examples of what it is that we want. We need to save. It's up here. So we told it quite clearly the answer that we're expecting to be kind of a single word of a category. So let's try the same input again. Okay, so this is exactly the same as previously. And now it understood from the examples that we're giving it that it's supposed to give a kind of a single word category answer instead of this kind of natural language. Okay, so let's get rid of these examples. And let's change the system prompts to be the generic one again. Apply changes. Good. And then let's create a prompt. Create a list of animals, create a list of whimsical names for those animals, and then combine them randomly to a list of 25 animal and name pairs. So now what it gives us is First, animals, 25 of those, and the whimsical names, 25 of those, and then combinations, lion whiskers, elephant bubbles. I hope you find this list fun and whimsical. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But what if what we wanted was actually some Python code? You can understand this prompt like that. In Python, create a list of animals and create a list of whimsical names for those animals, and then combine them randomly. So what if we wanted to have code? Well, again, that would be something that we could enter into the system message. Yeah. So let's say you are a coding assistant helping write Python code. And then let's enter the same prompt again. See, and now we get a similar kind of result, but as code, and it's missing quite a bit of content. Now, it's interesting for me is that it now only has 10 animals and 10 names here, but it's still going to randomly combine them. Then time for code for 25 unique pairs. Okay, so we have our repo here. Quite powerful. And I think it's not to be overlooked. 3 prompt engineering. Yeah, the numbering is a bit off here. And let's start with C# again. And open this in the terminal. And then let's install the OpenAI package. Azure.ai.openai. And in this lab, we're going to use the beta version again. Don't ask me why, I'm just not in the mood to debug the code. So there is like a 2.0 or actually 2.1.0 version available of that package, which is of course the one that you should be using. While that's installing, we can set up the app settings. So deployment name GPT-, can we get that from somewhere nicely? Of course not. We go to deployments. Yeah, this is where I can copy paste it from. It's not that I'm lazy, I'm just worried about doing typos. That's good. Then the key and endpoint from the resource, right? Key. Endpoint. So good. That's done. Then let's go to look at our code. Okay, again, we need to start by adding the package Azure AI OpenAI. Then down here we read the configuration. And here we again have that same loop as previously with the system and user messages. Okay, so here configure the client. New OpenAI client. What does it want? API key. Is there one that takes a URI? Yes. New URI AI endpoint. Yeah. And then it takes the credential. Like that. Okay. Then format and send a request to the model. Okay, so first options. I'm just going to use var here. Jets, completions, options. No. Yes. And in it, I'm going to do the following. I have two messages. One of which is a system message. And we read that into system message. And then the other one is the user message. Not wiser, user. Yep. So that's the messages. Then we need temperature. It's going to be 0.7. Max tokens, always a good idea. 800. And then we need a deployment. That was our deployment name right there. Okay, this should do it. Still not okay? Oh, that one, yeah. Cool. So then let's get a response. Apparently we need to take it into the variable name response. So it's chat completions. This is asynchronous. So await get chat completions async. That takes the options. Okay. So then what happens down here is it takes the first completion and then prints the result to us. So let's try that out. Let's open up our system message prompt. And run this. And let's first try the standard "you are an AI assistant" system prompt. Okay, great. So system prompt is okay. Then enter your message. Write an intro for a new wildlife, not wildlife, wildlife rescue Okay, that works. All right, so there are more examples on how to change the prompt in the lab. We're going to go onwards with the code. We're going to add grounding. So here, so let's add grounding, and let's remind us that we're doing that. And then let's get the grounding text. And file name is grounding text. And then let's just prefix the user message with grounding. There we go. So now the system message should be you are an AI assistant that helps people find information. You'll provide answers from the text provided in the prompt and respond concisely. And then the grounding text is here. So you can see that there is like information about this wildlife rescue, and specifically that the red panda is popular and especially popular with kids. So now if we run this, and we set what animal is the favorite of children at Contoso. So yes, it is a concise answer, and it is based on the grounding text that we gave as part of the user message. Okay, that's everything that we got for you in this lab. So that's it for C#. Now let's try to redo this in Python. Open a new shell here. Then we want to install the Python package. OpenAI. We want version 1.55.3. Then we fill out the .env with the same information that we had over here. There we go. And get rid of these. And let's take a look at our program. So let's first import OpenAI. I'm opening by import async Azure OpenAI. Here it's reading in the .env, and then we configure the client. Async Azure OpenAI has a constructor that takes Azure endpoint, I guess. Yeah, and that's going to be the, what was it, Azure OAI. Azure. There we go, endpoint. Then key, API key is Azure OAI key. And then we had a specific API version we needed to use, which is 2024 02 50 preview. To do that, then we have the while loop waiting for input, and then we have here, we have the, in this function we have the actual communication. So first we need to create a message format, and in that we need to have a list of messages. So let's do that. And in that list we need to have these items, have key role and value system, and then content value system message. That's better. And here the system message. Yeah. Then let's just copy paste this. And then say role user, and then content user. Isn't it user message? Yes, it should be. Oh, this is not a comma. That's the problem. Okay, so we have this list. And let's say something. Sending a request to Azure. Yeah, maybe a new line in the beginning as well. And then we do the actual call. So we get back a response. We call asynchronously client.chat.completions create. And that takes model. messages. Temperature. Oh yeah, this colon was missing. And max token. All right. So let's try this out. Let's open our system.txt. And again, let's set the default kind of system message in here, save. And then our message is write an intro for a new wildlife rescue. And yeah, it gives us the same kind of information, and you can again play around with the prompts. We're just going to jump on to the moment where we're going to take in the grounding information as you saw with .NET. And basically what we're going to do here is just before we create the message, we're again going to say something like adding ground context from grounding.txt, so that we know that this is this version, and then we read it in. Open file equals grounding.txt. Encoding is UTF-8. Should be it. And then we do on that a read and a string. Good. And then we just concatenate that. So the user message is the grounding text plus the user message. Yep. Let's just make it nicer here. Okay. So this should work. Let's change the system message to be you're an AI assistant who helps people find information. You'll provide answers from the text provided in the prompt and respond concisely. And then in grounding text, we have the same information about the rescue habitat. So now the model should be able to answer to us what the favorite animal is for kids. So, let's try that out. Favorite of children at Contoso. And it added the grounding context. Good. And the favorite animal of children at Contoso is the red panda. That went correctly. So thanks a lot for listening to this lab, and see you in the next one. Bye.